Dark-skinned people get the brunt of colorism, as in they get it the most, and it's usually perpetuated by, I'm sorry to say, it is what it is, black men and those of a lighter skin tone. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you lovely people doing out there? I know I haven't been on here in a while, just been going through some hectic things in my life, so I do apologize for that, and I'm back, baby, hopefully, so we'll see. Today I actually wanted to discuss a topic, colorism. I know that's a bit of a risque topic, a bit controversial out here in the streets, but I just wanted to talk about it. But before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share the video if you like these types of videos. Now, let's start. What is colorism? Colorism is prejudice or discrimination against those of a darker skin tone, and it's usually done by people within the same ethnic group or racial group. Dark-skinned people get the brunt of colorism, as in they get it the most, and it's usually perpetuated by, I'm sorry to say, it is what it is, black men and those of a lighter skin tone. That's not to say that dark-skinned women don't perpetuate it themselves, because they do as well. This isn't a video of dark skin versus light skin. This is just to discuss colorism, literally, and just to talk about how it affects the community. So it's not a this versus that, there's no war or any of that stuff. It's just information based and how it impacts the black community. Just needed to put that out there. Although things are changing and people are becoming more receptive to darker skin tones, there's still a long way to go. Colorism is a byproduct of racism. Racism gave birth to colorism and was actually a tool that was used to divide black people and the community. It happens in most melanated communities like India. They have a caste system. This categorizes people based on class, ethnic group and skin tone. I just wanted to briefly say that I'm not here to discuss what happens over in Asia, as I'm not part of that community, so I can't really speak on that. Black people do get worse than any other group. This isn't the oppression Olympics, I'm just saying, okay? So it happens in America, Africa, Britain, the Caribbean, South America, it happens. So how do we combat colorism? By decolonizing your mind. That involves unpacking all the negative stigma that's been put onto us. Your mind has been conquered, and that's the reason why colorism still exists. Throughout my whole life, I've never experienced colorism personally myself, if I'm being honest, and I've only witnessed it from, let's say, people dissing or cussing those of a darker skin tone, you know, and it will usually be, funnily, people that are dark-skinned themselves, as well as the lighter skin tones. But yeah, with dark-skinned people doing it against other dark-skinned people. I only experienced colorism as I grew up. So only recently I encountered colorist people that I was actually friends with. I know, horrible, right? You don't really know people's true nature. I had someone that I knew that was of a lighter skin tone that weaponized her light skin against me. So they were doing bad things towards me. They would manipulate everyone around us to make it seem like it was me, and everyone believed it. They wanted, it's almost like because you're light skinned, you can't do no harm, you can't do no wrong. It has to be those that are darker than you that do wrong and do bad things. That wasn't a great experience for me. They wanted me to be the bad one so badly, and that's just not the truth. But it is what it is. I don't really care what people think, for being honest. You can think I'm the bad one. And the reason why they were seen as good is because anything close to whiteness is seen as good in society, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. Even those that are darker than me, they went against me, and it's like, hello, do you not? I don't get it. Like, do you hear what's coming out of your mouth? Really, truly. They never said anything about my skin tone per se, but they were trying to demonize me, basically. It is what it is. Where they do that at? I ain't got time for that. The idea that white is right has to go. That ideology needs to be destroyed completely. I say this, what I've just explained, I just say it to say that I've experienced colorism, maybe not on a level of a darker skin tone, but I've experienced it and I understand it. To be honest, I understood it before I experienced it. I already knew about it. Do you get what I'm saying? Luckily, I'm not around those individuals anymore. Thank God for that. Decolonizing your mind just means stop looking at darker skin tones the way other communities look at them. It's not really hard. You have to unpack a lot of the negative things that have been programmed into your mind. From that being programmed into your mind, you then project onto darker skin tones. No. And when darker skin tones do it to other darker skin tones, it's self-hate. They hate themselves really and truly. When you see another darker skinned person, it makes them think of themselves, and because they hate themselves, they project that hate onto the other dark skinned people. Like the Beyonce song goes, brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls, best thing in the world, I never change it for anybody else. Black people have been programmed to dislike their skin tone since slavery day. It's down to you as the individual to educate yourself and to unpack the negative stigma that's been placed onto us. You need to release the indoctrination. Release it from your mind, release it from your spirit. This affects us because it causes division in the community, which I'm sure that was the whole aim of infiltrating the community to begin with. Division means we don't support each other and we don't build with each other. And every other community is allowed to build with each other, but we're not allowed, it seems like. Shut out the outside world and start looking at darker skin tones as something beautiful. Start looking at it. Shut off everything they put on TV, all the programming they put on TV. Forget about what they say, what anyone says. Look at images of darker skinned people and see as this is beautiful, and start seeing it in a more positive light. To be honest, darker skinned females do they receive it a lot, like more than darker skinned males, I would say, because we do still live in a patriarchal society. Men dominate the world, so your gender does come into account when all of this stuff happens. The community has this "you can't sit with us" type of attitude towards darker skinned people. You have certain celebrities that have openly said no darkies allowed within the same community. What is that? It's rather sickening to me, to be honest with you. My brown is beautiful. You need to know that. Natural glow like the sun. Kiss that. That's just something that I wrote. You know what I'm saying? She writes a little bit. So, okay. The world taught us to hate ourselves while simultaneously taking from the community and taking what they supposedly hate. This concludes today's topic, and hopefully it helps someone out there. If I could just help one person to understand, that's enough for me. So hopefully it did help someone. Hopefully it did help someone have a clearer and better understanding of colorism and how it affects the community. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video if you like these types of topics. If you want me to do more of these topics, feel free to let me know. Remember, you are beautiful, you are handsome, and you are worth it. Don't let anyone tell you any different. I'll see you guys on the next video. Codezainab, over and out. Mwah. Learn to love one another. You need to discover. Say no to colorism. Let's love one another. The crab in a barrel mentality has got to go. That's the ideal world for me, but that's not reality, unfortunately. Code of conduct. Peace.